Previously on New Crits on the Block.
From the darkness appeared a man holding another man on what I described as like a collar with a stick attached to it, kind of like a man catcher. However, Lila, you recognize this person as Bazos. You need to give the book to me. You have a drugged Bazos as well as a drugged Arlo. People have been, well, they would have been wounded had it not been for your armor. But you do hear in the distance people shouting and lanterns coming, as you know somebody has been notified that you are here, and it is time to get the fuck out of Dodge.
All right, go ahead, Ben.
Ridiculous.
No, none of you at home get to know why we're laughing.
Yeah, it's a big secret. It's just for us.
It's
Yeah.
a secret. It's just for
That's
us.
right.
Unless you
I'm
want to pay us
impressed, guys.
$1 million.
What?
They can see.
How much does that translate into coin? Let's keep this in the game, Jake.
No. I want real money.
10,000 coin.
It's probably
Ooh.
accurate. It's honestly probably about where you're at.
That's a lot of qua.
I'm just hella
A
smart.
lot of qua.
I'm impressed, guys. Great job. You have managed to complete this last score, where your job was to go pick up a book out in the I have forgotten the name of where you went.
Lost City.
Lost District. There it
Lost
is.
District. That's
I was gonna say the Forgotten Realms, and I'm like, that's not a thing.
Oh, it is. It's not in this
But
world.
yeah, that's a different thing. I don't know why they call it the Forgotten Realms. It's
Because
very,
it's like the last,
very frequently visited
the last
by
frontier.
nerds all over the world. No,
Oh, I see where
you
you're
managed to get the book after kneecapping a librarian ghost and having your brains melted by dark images when you picked it up. And then you encountered the original group that was sent out to go get it, who I believe everyone assumed was dead, and were partly right, because Bazos' soul had been locked away, but it turned out his body was still alive. You killed all of those people. Under normal circumstances, murdering people would result in more heat. I'm going to go ahead and say that this is happening outside the city. So you're probably on the clear there, but we'll talk about heat in a second. But you now have the book, and the score is basically over, but you know you have to leave and get back home, which means you have to return to the river, jump the fence, and get across the river somehow. We don't have to do any rolls or anything, but just how do you do that? Do you want to role play anything out while that's happening?
Yes. Arlo would look over towards Lila as we hear these other people yelling off in the distance, like closing in on us. And I look down to Bezos. Lila, what is your end game here with him?
Well, we take him back, obviously.
Oh yeah, just
Put him back together.
And do you want to take this zombie on the boat that we rowed across the river? Just nonchalantly?
He's still biting his own arm.
Okay, well, listen, I
understand.
I said not to hurt him, but maybe you can hurt him a little bit, just a little bonk on the head to keep him quiet.
I am drugged up. Are you going to carry him?
Yes? No, you're going to carry him.
Again? You
can
drugged
still
me.
carry something.
And
He already
run
has
away?
this 50-pound book on his back, but sure.
Look, we already have
Just-
people pursuing us. I don't have time to carry
Arlo,
literal dead weight.
Listen, come here. Come here. Close to me.
Okay.
Whispers
I
in.
am.
Just take the other stuff. You know what I'm talking about. Take the other stuff that you have. You know, the stuff that makes you a little more vigorous.
Isn't it gonna be decayed and stuff?
What?
What are you talking about?
Just take the other drug that you have that makes you go crazy. I don't know. Just wake up a little bit.
I'm so sorry.
Do you want me to slap you? I'll slap you.
I thought you were asking me to take a limb off of him.
What? No.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. You're supposed to be suggestible, not an idiot.
As a person who's recently had general anesthesia and has been very drugged up after waking up, I can see where Jake's going. That makes sense. You jump to weird conclusions when you're like, all right.
And here's the thing. Me as a person also jumped to those conclusions.
I know. I thought you were right there with me. What is happening?
I thought you were just role playing really good.
I was. Yeah.
He recommends that you use your rage essence vial in order to counteract the effects of the trance powder.
Oh, yeah. I guess
hurry up. Just.
And
you have to get out of here.
I guess like the rage essence is like what is the sniffing salts?
Yeah.
Almost.
It doesn't really.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like a sniffing salt. So I open up a vial and it's just like this like reddish, like almost black, like vapor that starts to like pool out of the vial slowly. And Arlo just like leans over.
So you're vaping.
I'm vaping and taking a big.
Of course you are.
Great.
Of course you are.
I take it back.
Don't ruin it. I was so cool. Fuck you guys. So just turn into vaping.
Dude,
I'm taking a sniff of it.
Such a lame.
There could be like little salts down at the bottom.
We do not condone this.
What's the flavor?
Cherry.
Fucking
but not candy,
not
fruity
the good
pebbles.
Cherries don't even exist in this world.
Not even a good cherry, like medicine cherry. You know what I mean? Like the nasty, like
medicinal,
syrupy. Yeah.
Robitussin cherry.
I don't know how they messed up cherry flavored medicine, because grape flavored medicine tastes exactly like grape.
My theory is that they didn't want it to taste too good.
But grape tastes good.
Because usually you would give that to a kid, and I hated grape. The grape one tasted disgusting.
Grapes taste like grape.
You're literally an insane person if you think the grape tastes like grape. You're actually crazy.
Well, have you ever eaten an actual grape?
Soda.
No. Like, I understand what you're saying. It does not taste like a Jolly Rancher by any definition, or even like the grape runts.
I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, he takes a big whiff and you start to see like his veins starting to like bulge out and like his muscles starting to like get that like pump after you just did like a workout. As he like, I guess I don't know how much rage I go into because I also have a downer. I think Ben described this last time as like a barbaric rage. So I don't know if I like lose control or anything, or if it's just like a really
no,
good
it doesn't. It just it's
enhances. So it would really just kind of
thing.
It would really just bring me like even.
Yeah,
with the upper and the downer. Okay.
Yeah, I could say that it counteracts the effects of that agent. Sure.
Okay. Yeah. I will.
So I'm going to go ahead and say, temp drug is now temp drugs.
Great.
Just add an S to that. Okay, so you do that and you counteract that effect.
Yeah, and because the effects of her potion or whatever it was.
Her trance powder are now, you got an upper and a downer. You feel real good.
And I'm very suggestive, right? So I wouldn't have like argued that much with her.
That's true. That's true.
With.
Yeah.
Like I would have brought up my point and she would have been like, just do it. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, and you're like, all right.
So I start, I don't know how I would carry the zombie. I guess I would just like grab him by the legs and like, I'm not carrying him because he's going to bite me.
Well, first you have to give him a little bonk to knock him out, which is fine.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. So I knock him across the head. I like take the and then I'll pick him up over my shoulder and start to make my way through town, I guess.
Okay. So you all gather.
Put a bag over his head so no one notices him or recognizes him.
Okay.
All right.
Can you do that?
Yes.
Can
I grab a bag from your body?
Motherfucker.
This will work. You don't need this.
I'm carrying the book, a dead body. All right. Yeah. Let's fuck yeah.
Now, Zink, you're all the way on top of the building. Do you make your way back?
Yeah, I would have made my way back to everybody else.
Okay.
Is anyone else saying anything about this zombie that I'm carrying, please? No one else
They better
gives a
not.
no one else gives a shit about this.
So, I'm just going to go ahead and give this to you guys. You like check the bodies and stuff, and they don't have anything that you can't otherwise get. They have, things like guns and knives and weapons and this kind of stuff. There's nothing left of the leech, the alchemist. When he blew up, the only thing that he left behind was a Banksy original on the side of the wall.
Oh, can we thank Sophia?
Yeah, she is
Kind of
just
forgot about her.
Oh yeah, babe,
Yeah, so did I.
babe.
Kind of saved our life or whatever.
Yeah, she, after spending quite a lot of time just like eating the soul of this person now that this ghost has gotten its hands into them and done its ghost thing to them, they look a lot like how Bazos looks. So the person who was holding Bazos on a leash now looks like Bazos. It looks like an empty hollow.
I want to slit his throat.
And you can do that if you want to.
Yeah, I'm not
going to make you roll or anything.
Yeah, I'm done with zombies. I can't slit this one's throat. I can slit his throat.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't fight back or anything. The initial transformation into the hollow, they don't just like instantaneously are like, and I'm just trying to bite you too. You walk over there and effortlessly end him. Nobody has any like documentation on him or anything, or notes or anything like that. You kind of quickly check the bodies, but they told you that they were hired, so you kind of assumed that, and with Bazos there, you kind of assumed that this was the previous crew. And they still wanted to get paid, so they were going to get that book. Didn't work out so good, though.
Oh, I didn't even think that they were the original crew. I get it.
That's
now.
why they had
Yeah, that's what he
Bazos.
said. He said he was only, and he said he was only offered 10 or 8 coin.
Yeah, I thought they were sent in after us to murder us.
Nope,
Oh,
the
no.
original
They
crew
were-
was sent
remember
in
they
and
were
then
the-
never
yeah.
came back.
Yeah, no, that
Yeah.
makes sense. That hey,
Turns
you know
out
what?
that one of them got his soul stolen and the other ones were still there trying to probably figure out what to do. And they decided to steal it from you when they saw you guys go in, and that didn't work out so great for them.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys make your way back to town.
I guess so. Yeah. I guess I'll carry this zombie all the way to.
Okay.
Mhm. Thank
You,
you very much.
you manage to avoid the spirit wardens narrowly. They show up pretty quickly to the explosions and stuff. They are still moving through the Deathlands in a way. They
Patrols and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, they control the area, but it's still dangerous. So it takes them a little bit of time to get there. And you have time to escape with your maps and everything that you picked up on your initial roll of a 6. You know how to avoid them. Plus, they have lanterns and they make a lot of noise as well. You manage to avoid them all, and you get back to the fence that you had cut open. And it's still cut open. You can crawl through. And you now just need to get across the river. Again, I'm not going to make you roll. Just how do you do that?
Do we see that boat or one of the boats that like does the transports there?
Yeah, the guy who dropped you off is still there. Oh, hey. You're back. And he just sees that you're holding. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that you talked to him yet. Do you talk to him?
We still have the masks, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, we should put those back on. Can we have one extra one to put on?
I would make you do something with that.
Okay, that's fine. That's
got
fine. He has a bag
He's got
over
a
his
bag
head.
over his head.
Yeah.
We're taking
That's-
him back to
to
pay
the-
for his crimes.
He
Okay,
escaped. Oh,
this guy believes you. I mean, you came in there. You said you had some stuff to do. You got the masks. You come back. And, he's far enough away. He doesn't know anything going on. This is just a river guide. And he takes you back across the river, and you are now back in the city proper on the other side of the lightning barriers. So we can start kind of figuring out payoff and all that kind of stuff. But you also have to figure out what you're going to do with this book if you're actually going to give it to Styx, or if you're going to meet with Styx, or whatever the situation is. He knows where you live, sort of. So that's a thing.
And he's really good at getting through locked windows.
So for payoff, first thing is the crew earns 2 rep per score by default. If the target of the score is a higher tier, take 1 extra rep. If it's a lower tier, take less. If you keep the job completely quiet, then you would earn 0 rep, but that didn't happen. I'm going to go ahead and say that you are going to get 3 rep for this because I feel like you get the 2 for standard. I'm going to give you an extra 1 because that was a long score that really pushed you guys to the breaking point.
Oh, you mean 8 stress?
Right. Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to go ahead and give you 3 rep. 1, 2, 3. So if you look on the crew sheet, you can see that your rep, it looks like it's filled up, but it's really not. You see where it says turf? You got to fill that up too. Now, what would happen is that if you had turf, which is something you can work on getting later, you would need less rep to level up. Having turf makes it easier to level up, but you don't have any of that yet. It's still, only the second score. So there's your rep. You got that. The next thing that happens is coin, and that's where you have to kind of decide what you're going to do. So you guys have get to the other side of the river. You're back in the city proper, and you are currently, in between Six Towers and Brightstone on the northeastern side of the city along the river. You can meet Styx back at the park that you had met him in. I think it was called Miss Shore Park. Or you can do something else.
I feel like we would get together before we after we get off the boat and find an area that we can kind of hunker down at real quick because Arlo would definitely want to figure out what's going on with this book.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to go address all of our stuff first and have a private meeting after we do our leveling, I guess, if you will, and then we discuss what we're going to do.
Yeah, we can do that. Okay. Let's go ahead and start with the XP. I just happen to have Zincs open, so we'll start with you. Mark XP each time you roll a desperate action.
I did that already.
Okay, great. At the end of the session, you addressed a challenge with stealth or evasion. So
I did that.
You would get that. You did that at least twice. So you give yourself 2 ticks there.
1, 2. Okay.
Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
I didn't really do that.
You did mention that you're a lone wolf at least one time.
Yep, one time.
So I'll give you 1 for that.
Yep.
Struggle with issues of your vice or traumas during the session. Not really.
I got kicked out of Flippies.
That was not during the session.
That was during the downtime.
Yeah. So you would get 3 ticks. So go ahead and mark 3 XP. 1, 2, 3.
Yep, I got it.
And you also have, did you completely fill up your prowess?
I did not.
You did not. Okay. So I'm going to come back to this in a second because I think you can move some of those prowess ticks into your playbook advancement. And actually, I'm relatively certain you can.
Okay, because I'm 1 away from leveling up.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain you can do that. But
yeah, you said that last time we were doing level up.
I know. I just want to make sure I'm doing it right. So while I'm looking that up, we'll just move on to Arlo. Arlo, same deal. Every time you roll a desperate action, mark XP in the action attribute. Yep. You address a challenge with violence or coercion.
Yep. I would say I did that twice. I attacked some books.
You chop the thing in half. Got it. Yep. Yeah. There you go. Two ticks there. You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
I expressed that I can't read. That be considered my background.
That's a bit of a background. Yeah. Okay. I'll give you 1 point for that. You struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the sessions.
Nope. There's not a lot of sex going on during these things. So,
well, I mean, they're
not yet.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Give it a minute. Okay. Great. And I will keep looking into my thing. Rufus.
Yes, sir.
There's your desperate actions. Great. You adjust a challenge with tracking or violence.
Yes.
Yeah, twice. Easy.
So what are you marking here?
Playbook advancement XP, which is underneath your special abilities.
It's at the bottom left.
Yeah, and so what's now happened is you've actually filled up your playbook advancement with those 2 XP, which means that it now resets to 0, and you get to pick a new special ability. So feel free to read those over.
So this playbook advancement,
So now that you've advanced your playbook, what you get to do is you basically get to choose an additional special ability. So read those over. We'll come back to you in a second.
Okay.
Let's see if you got any more XP. You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
no.
Yeah, not really. I mean, you used your pet wolf, but that's tracking or violence. That was tracking with your wolf.
I mean, you did a lot of like discussing in the beginning where you were kind of being a dick. I guess that could be your drive. I don't know.
Yeah, your background's military. Now, I think you were just going to stick with the 2 XP for the playbook advancement. And you didn't really struggle with any issues of your vices or traumas. But that's okay. You still got your playbook advancement. So, Brian, your job right now is to look over those special abilities and decide which one you're going to want. And then we will go to last and, of course, least. Lila. Ha 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 ha. I'm so funny.
You're so funny. Ha 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 ha.
You address a challenge with deception or influence.
Yes.
When did you do that?
I deceived the guy on the boat. I told him we were.
Oh, right.
What
You
are
did.
they called?
The spirit wardens. Yeah. You
The
convinced
spirit wardens?
You convinced these guys you were spirit wardens.
And
okay.
I swayed the shit out of that ghost several
You did?
times.
Yeah. You talk. Okay, great. 2 points for that.
Just 2?
Yeah. I can only give you as much as 2. It says mark 2 if that occurred multiple times.
Okay.
Yeah, don't get greedy.
You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage,
See
or
how greedy?
background. Background's noble. Heritage is that you're Ruvian.
No. I mean, my drives, I guess, in keeping Bazos alive, I guess, but not really.
Yeah, I mean, he's your friend and you had a lot of interaction with him there. Give yourself another point for that.
Okay. And I didn't really struggle with my vice or traumas.
Not really. When you fill up an XP track, clear the marks, and take an advance. When you take an advance from your playbook track, you may choose an additional special ability. When you take an advance from an attribute, you may add an action dot. And I'm relatively certain we can move things around, so we'll just do that too. So, Matt, your character, does Zinc want to take one of those prowess points and put it in playbook advancement?
Yeah.
Or no, I guess you would need 2 of them.
No, just 1.
You have 2 of them to fill in.
No, I just have 1.
I'm so
Playbook
sorry.
advancement?
I'm looking at Lila again. I apologies. So if you want to, you can clear out your playbook advancement and you can also take a special ability.
That's what I'm going to do.
Great. So just go ahead and clear your playbook advancement and we'll get rid of one of those from prowess, which I just did. There we go. And so now look at your special abilities and think of something you want to get. So now we have Zinc and Rufus doing that. Lila, you could do the same thing if you want to. You could take
I already got it.
Oh, okay, Matt, you
I'm
want to just tell
taking
us?
Shadow. I may expend your special armor to resist a consequence from detection or security measures, or to push yourself for a feat of athletics or stealth.
Okay. So now when you screw up sneaking, you can use your special armor to...
Correct.
Yeah.
So I'm just going more into the stealthy world here, the stealth tree here for my skills.
Okay. I think that's probably on point for who Zinc is. And then let's see. Christy, I was saying, does Lila want to take 2 out of her resolve and put it into playbook and advance it? Or do you want to just stay where you are right now?
I'm looking to see if there's something I immediately want. And I want all of them, of course. They're very cool.
Yeah. You can think about that for a second. Arlo,
Yeah.
you would need 3.
Yeah, I take 2 from prowess and 1 from resolve is what I was thinking. I'm just looking at I'm doing the same thing. I'm kind of just looking over the special abilities.
Okay. So you two do
really
that.
Like
and
Battleborn and Ghost Fighter. Now that I've had to fight a ghost, sounds really good.
Yeah. Well, who knows? And you're going to see him again, but we'll see. Yeah, vigorous is also pretty good. You always only have 3 clocks on on a healing clock. So, and then anytime you roll to heal, you get a +1 die.
Yeah, Battleborn is you expend your special armor to reduce harm from an attack in combat or to push yourself during a fight. So I can push myself and use my special armor rather than taking the 2 stress. And while doing Battleborn, if I could use 2 special abilities at once, I could technically use Not to be Trifled with.
Yes, but then you'd have to push yourself with that one. Yeah, but the point is that these are all things you can do.
I use my special armor to push myself during a fight, and I would use while doing that, I push myself using Not to be Trifled with, right?
You can push yourself to do one of the following. You may expend your special armor to push yourself. Yeah, you could use your special armor to be Not to be Trifled with. Yeah. So these are things you can do. If none of you are willing to commit to anything right now, we can you can tell us at the start of the next episode, and you can spend the time
I think I want
some
time to look over, because I can also take Veteran, right, and take a special ability from some other source.
Yes.
Do we all have that? Yeah.
Yeah. So that also.
Yeah. So you want to spend some time thinking about it? That's fine. Christy, same deal. Do you need time to think about it?
So if I fill up my bar in my little actions, right, then I get another dice added to those actions.
You can add 1 point to either attune, command, consort, or sway if you fill up resolve. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm.
You cannot have 4 points in something until you get the crew ability.
Oh, okay. So I can't max out on
not yet.
Sway anyway.
Not yet.
My hang up is that I need 2 points to do anything cool. But if that's the case, then maybe I do.
Yeah, that's sorry. I should mention that to you. Yeah. There's an ability that lets you have 4 points. I think it's called. Oh God, where is it? I know this is a thing. I just can't see
we can
it.
figure that out next episode too.
Okay.
I
guess I have a thing I want. I just want to make sure it's actually worth it, because it's not exactly like, I mean, some of these are very clear. They say take 2 stress or
which one are you thinking about?
1D to a dice roll.
Which one are you thinking about?
This is Ghost Voice. You know the secret method to interact with a ghost or a demon as if it were a normal human, regardless of how wild or feral it appears. You gain potency when communicating with the supernatural. That I feel like is very subjective, because that means I can still fail.
Oh yeah, no. I would give you improved effect. So if you were trying to, under normal circumstances, if you were like, I'm going to talk to this feral ghost and be like, hey man, I'm your friend, don't eat me. I'm going to be like, yeah, good luck. He's a feral ghost. Now you can actually do that. And so instead of me saying that's limited effect at best, I'm going to say, yeah, you have standard effect because you have that cool ass ability. Whereas anyone else would just get their soul eaten.
Just standard effect though, for me having this secret method? Like, that's what I'm saying. Is it that valuable? Because it's basically subjective, right? It's not just.
I'm going to bump you one up whatever I normally would. So if it was something I would normally say you have limited effect, I'll give you standard. If you normally had standard, I'd give you great.
Okay.
But yeah,
I'm going to take it, but I'm probably going to argue with you a lot about it. So I hope you're prepared.
That's half of this game.
Okay. Because I don't like something that leaves it up to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you still have to roll.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, that's.
Can I tell you something that's actually probably pretty good? Is a little something on the side. Every single score, you get 2 extra coin to be put in your stash. That's going to add up money real quick. But stash, when you pull stash out, you have to take. You can only take half. So, okay. Well, anyway, you can do Ghost Voice.
Yeah. So I'm going to do Ghost Voice.
It makes sense given what just happened with the book.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going with role play wise. Okay, so I just took the little X to take those points away.
That's kind of why I was thinking of taking Ghost.
Yeah, the X will so you need to take 2 away from resolve. So that puts you at. You're going to have 1 less than that.
It cleared them all for some reason.
Yeah, if you take 2 away from resolve, it's actually going to put you right there.
No, I didn't. I took 1 from prowess and I took 1 from here.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Well then.
Yeah, don't touch my sheet. I got it.
So Zink and Lila did theirs, and so Rufus and Arlo are going to think about it. Great. Let's do your crew advancement. So you guys are subtle shadows. I'm going to tell you guys, you're going to have to come up with a name for your group now because you're attached to this book. I don't need it this episode, but maybe next one, because whatever happens in this episode, I think is going to dictate that.
How about
At the end of the session,
How about Zinc Slinks?
No.
No.
How about Zinc and the Three Slinks?
No.
What about Rufus's Goofuses?
Oh, I like that. How about
Honestly,
Zinc and the
that's actually
Stinks? What about Zinc and the Stinks?
I'm not stinky.
I'm not stinky. No.
No, I know. That's guys. We've been. Oh my gosh, Lone Wolf.
How about the lone wolves?
The lone wolves.
We all work alone.
Okay, that actually isn't a horrible.
And we never see each other do it either.
Yeah.
That's our motto.
We never see each other do it. That's the.
I think we got something here, guys.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to that.
All right, sorry. Go ahead, Ben.
right.
Sorry.
yeah.
I filled up my insight. Does that mean I get
Oh, you did. I'm so sorry. Yeah. You can put a point into study, survey, or tinker. You can't do hunt yet because you can't take 4 yet.
Were you still deciding whether or not you were going to take a special ability?
I did choose
Or
one.
you got that
Yeah.
too?
Right, because he actually got both of those things.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah, he's been
Why
doing
is he so
shit.
good?
He's been desperate rolling a lot.
Yeah, I think that just kind of worked out. He was doing desperate things.
Do more
I
stuff.
think I'm gonna take
Do Helga stuff.
a
He almost got blown up, though. Don't forget.
I almost got eaten by a zombie.
survey.
Hey.
I almost had to carry someone.
In heels, no less.
I fell off a rope and
I'm
almost had to
gonna
carry
take one in
somebody.
survey. I'm gonna max out on survey.
Okay.
So I took
All right, great.
I took scout.
What does that do?
All right. So when you gather info to locate a target, you get +1 effect. When you hide in a prepared position or use camouflage, you get +1 to rolls to avoid detection. Okay. So yeah, just
Wait. Didn't he just say you can't max something out yet?
Well, he
when
said,
he
like,
said
by
max,
3.
he got 3.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maxed out
Yeah.
4 now.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean the maximum I can get.
Yeah.
now.
Gotcha. Just making sure. I didn't want to.
No worries. He's
Nice up.
doing things right. Okay, so there's Rufus's. And then Arlo's still thinking. Back to crew. So execute a successful burglary, espionage, robbery, or sabotage. You stole the book. Robbery.
Lobblery.
Robbery.
You didn't really sabotage anything. You definitely
Wait, what are you
stole the
looking
book.
at right now?
This is under the crew.
sheet.
Where though? What
crew
do you-
advance.
At the bottom, underneath the abilities, it says Mark
Oh, the
XP,
XP,
crew
okay.
advancement. You definitely got 1 for stealing the book.
Yeah.
We sabotaged
What did you sabotage?
Wouldn't burglary and robbery?
the other guy's plan to steal the book.
Well, burglary is like when you sneak in and take something quietly. Robbery is when you like put a gun in someone's face and say, "Give me something."
We did rob.
we robbed
You
their
robbed
lives.
You took the book. You robbed
We
them of their lives.
sabotaged her life plan, and we sabotaged we did espionage because we sneaked.
We might steal the book.
Yeah, I did heck a sneak in.
Espionage.
We did.
I'll-
we sneaked like we
Yeah.
were the guards, and we weren't.
Espionage is more like spy shit. I'll give you 2 points only because I like the line we sabotaged her life.
We did.
Contend with challenges above your current situation. I wasn't making you guys do any extra that. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one.
I'd say we did that.
I mean, you managed to be pretty subtle. Yeah. There's nobody left alive except for the ghost who knows that you were there.
Hell yeah.
So I'll give you 1 more for
Pretty
those.
good reputation.
And express goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew.
I think we did that as well.
I think we did that too. Getting paid. That was Zink's. Anytime he came up with something about like, what do we do with the book? He was like, give it. I don't care. Give me my money.
Yeah.
we just want the money.
I'll give you 1 more for that. So you're just 1 away from advancement, but that's okay. Because that will happen next time. You might need to think about with your new name, you might need to think about a new reputation, but let's just put that on hold for now and we'll move on. So there's all that. All we need to know is Arlo's choice with his stuff.
Yeah.
Later. We can talk about that later. What do you do with this book? You know you're supposed to meet Styx back in Miss Shore Park.
Hey everyone, it's your favorite player, Matt, and welcome to this week's middle break. Yeah, all right, look, it's that time of year now where we fall back in the clock, and so now it's dark at, 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon now. And I gotta admit, it makes me a little sad. It makes me a little sad because when I look outside, I'm recording this now at 5:23 p.m. and it is dark outside. And to me, that is it's just too much for my little brain to bear right now. Okay. But look, if you want to help me feel better, there are a couple things you can do that might bring me out of this little bit of a funk. The first thing, subscribe, rate, and review our podcast wherever you get our podcast from, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever podcatcher you use. Obviously, we're on there. So go to that podcatcher, hit the subscribe button, download the episodes, leave a 5-star review, and write a little synopsis about why you like our podcast so other people who might stumble across it, they might think they would enjoy it too. Also, make sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms. You can find us on Twitter at New Crits and on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at New Crits on the Block. We're always posting content there. It's your best way to keep up to date with all things New Crits. And the best way to help us there, repost that content. Put them on your stories, put them on your feeds. Tag people you think might be interested. We're only growing through word of mouth. So if you want to help us keep this train going, make sure to do those things and get the word out. One of the ways we like to give back to our amazing community for helping us out is we have a Discord. Yes, it is a Discord for all things New Crits, but not all things New Crits. Of course, you can go in there and talk about the show, talk to the cast members, talk to other fans. But if you just want some place to hang out, we got that too. It's a safe, inclusive space that we've cultivated over the last few years for everybody to come in and hang. Because if you're not a part of that yet, well, what the heck are you waiting for? You might be thinking, well, Matt, I want to help you do all these things, but how do I get to all the places that you just mentioned? Well, from our link tree, of course, linktr.ee/Newcrits on the Block. We'll get you to all the places that I mentioned. In some places, I didn't have time to mention. linktr.ee/Newcrits on the Block. It is your central hub for all things New Crits. All right, everyone, to get you back into this week's episode, thank you again so much for listening so far. Yes, we are back into the Blades in the Dark with Ben back at the helm. So we'll get back into that story now. Thank you again for listening. As you know, we come out with new episodes every single Monday. That ain't stopping anytime soon. So let's get you back into this one. Until next week, enjoy the rest of this episode. We love you all. Stay safe out there. Be excellent to each other. Bye. Bye.
Arlo's gonna set Bazos down, and he sees him kind of like starting to like get back up, and I dink him back in the head real quick to knock him out, and kind of lean up against the wall and slowly slide down it, looking exhausted. And I take the book, the bag that I have the book in, and I set it beside me before I like slide on the wall. So, give book, get money, keep book, stay alive?
I think stay sane, really. I mean, we'll still be alive. We'd just be insane.
Yes, I guess we don't exactly know what he wants to do with this book, but I can't imagine it's good.
Maybe we can convince him that, we keep the book, but he can use it whenever he wants.
I don't think it works like that.
Well, you don't ask, you don't get. So,
Yeah, there's no reason to think it wouldn't work that way. There's also no reason to think that it would. You are in completely new territory right now.
Yeah, so we know that if we give this book up, we go insane, right?
You feel like
Unless we die.
Yeah, you feel like the only way for this book to get new owners is if you die.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. All right.
And by new owners, we mean someone else can read it? We should probably ask
somebody else could be responsible for it. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, like metagaming a little bit. This book is going to be assigned to your crew now.
Yeah.
If somebody's a part of your crew, then they could possibly be tied into it. I'm going to kind of sort of give you with all the special abilities that shadows have, I'm probably going to also tie you guys into cult, because now you kind of have this arcane knowledge, information, responsibility. So you kind of are like a shadowy cult, sort of, but you're, instead of worshiping like ghosts and gods, you're protectors and
We worship
holders
money.
of this book. Yeah. Well, don't get, everybody still worships money. That never changes. That never changes in this world.
All right. Well, how about this? How about let's just go have a conversation with him. I'm sure he can be reasoned with, right?
What if
But
we
we-
just tell him we weren't successful? We didn't find the book.
Well, because I want money. If we don't give him the
can
book, we
do
don't get
another
paid.
job. We could do another job.
Why don't we just get paid for this one? We even are okay. Well, how about this? I'll just go and take your cut. How about that?
You're going to give him the book.
I'm going to go speak with him to see if we can reason something out. But I need to get paid.
You think that everything that was conveyed in that book is reasonable? You think this person's going to be reasoned with?
I don't care what's in the book. I want to get paid.
I think you're being unrealistic. I don't think we're getting away without having to give him this book.
Okay, so what?
I don't want to give it to him. I want to stay alive.
I'm sure there's a middle ground. That's what I'm saying. We should at least have a conversation. Here's the thing. If we don't give him that book, you don't think he's going to come after us?
Yeah, if he
We tell
finds
him we
out
don't
we're back
have
in
the
town.
book. He doesn't know we have it.
You just, okay. Look.
If he was
Styx
that all-knowing, he could have just gotten the book himself.
Styx is many things. He does not strike me as some sort of a Rufus's doofus, okay?
Hey,
What?
That's
I'm saying you
offensive.
came up with. Why is that offensive? I'm using the name. I'm trying it out.
It was Goofus, not Doofus.
Oh, okay. Well, see, I'm trying a thing. I'm trying to find the mouthfeel for it.
I don't think this is going to be an easy conversation, and I don't think it's wise to just give him up.
Okay, so what do you suggest?
I just said what I suggested.
You
I
think we just line straight out?
We just tell him we didn't find the book.
Okay,
we could
so
try again.
So how about
We
this?
need
'Cause
more information on him.
as we know, Zink is a gambling man here. How about this? If we go your route and he finds us out and we have to give him the book and we get paid, I get half of your cut.
What? No,
Why not? You're so sure yours is
Because-
going to work.
I'm not so sure. We need to be a team on this.
Oh, I'll still
You
try.
can't be betting against us. You're
No,
going
I'm
to
not
give it up
betting
right
against.
away. Of course you're
I'm
going to
just
tell him.
putting-
You're
I'm
going to
just
wink
putting a
behind my
little-
back.
Look, I was 86 from Flippies. I need a little juice on something, all right?
Exactly. And now you're trying to find it any way you can, regardless of
Yeah.
what it does to us.
The
I
camera
don't care what it
pans
does to
out,
us.
and there's just 4 people arguing at the side of the river with an unconscious man with a
Well,
bag over his head.
I said we found a spot hidden
as
away.
Arlo is. No, I'm not saying anyone sees this. I'm just saying that like this is what's happening. Like as the camera pans out in the distance, and there's just these 4 people arguing about getting paid. As an unconscious man drools with a sack over his head.
Well, what do y'all think? Y'all think we should try to lie to this guy? I do. Again, I do not think that that's going to work.
I think even if we lied to him, he's very good at getting to the places we don't want him in. How many times have you locked your window?
Okay, well, we don't put the book in my room, obviously. We have to hide it somewhere else.
Okay,
I'm not worried about the book.
You should be.
Why?
we know that if we don't have the book, then
Matt, I will remind you that the book, when you touched it and you saw all of those terrible, terrible things and it imparted its great wisdom upon you, you did become connected to it in a way that you do somewhat feel the need to protect it. Or
Oh, I understand.
use it.
That's why I'm saying we need to have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure that you understand that you're not just like, whatever, I can just dump this thing.
No, I do, which is why I'm saying I don't really care so much about the book itself. Right now, money is more important to me, which is why I want to have a conversation with this guy. I'm trying to find a way to still get paid,
Yeah.
Of course.
which
All
is
right,
why I
so what
want
do
to
you-
talk to him.
So what do you guys do? One way or another, you're going to have to talk to this guy because if you don't go talk to him, he's going to come find you.
I think we all need to agree right now that we never whisper a word of the fact that the only way to unbind us is to kill us. Because he didn't even know what the book was called or looked like, right?
So we don't tell him that the book has connected with us.
We got to figure out another reason why he can't have it.
Exactly.
finders
So we're going
keepers.
to be lying regardless. You think he's not going to suss that out?
Right.
too?
But at least we're lying it away. We get paid.
We might not, because we might just get killed.
Okay,
I
then
don't think
either
you're
way.
understanding this.
I don't think
No.
you're understanding. At least I'm trying to get money.
I don't care about the money at this point. I want a
Then
different job
give me-
that doesn't attach me to a man who might use this book in a horrible way.
Too bad. It's too late. We're attached.
Question.
We don't have to give it to him, is what I'm saying.
If
I'm not
someone
saying we
that's-
do.
If someone that's not bound to this book opens it up, does it do what it did to us, or is it just like a normal book?
The dumbest character asks the most important question.
Wait,
Well, what I was going to say
I-
is, can I
right.
like,
I think
can
I've
I like
asked that to the
Medusa? Can I
librarian.
Medusa head him?
if he opens the book, then he's also tied to it. So then he.
Yeah, I asked the librarian these questions several times, and she just didn't answer me. She kept skirting around it and just saying her own things instead. So we'll never know the truth about how the book works.
Well, here, all right. I don't, it's a little fucked up. What if we get like some kid off the street and open the book up and have him look at it? We give him a few slugs and if he dies, we know that they can see it. And if he just sees a regular book, then we can go about it.
I was just going to say we just go to Sticks and be like, hey, Sticks, boom. Just open it up in front of his face.
Yeah, I'd rather, if we're going to get anyone with it.
Now
let's
we're all in
get
it together, big man.
Let's get someone we don't like rather than just a child on the street.
Let's just
Right
show
then,
it to
a
him.
a little child walks by with one leg shorter than the other and a crutch.
Arlo does not give a shit.
God bless us.
Yeah. God bless us all. Does anyone have a morsel of mushroom bread?
Hey kid, you like picture books?
You there, what day is it?
We're not doing that.
Oh,
I'd rather find out this information now rather than when we're in front of him. And I don't really
I kinda
give a
want-
shit.
I think
don't
we
really-
know what's going to happen.
Yeah, we know what's going to happen.
I don't know.
We
I don't know why
don't.
we have to test this on somebody else.
We're the ones bound to it. No one else can be bound to this
We don't
book.
know if it'll bound someone else or if it unbounds us or if it kills us. We don't know any of that.
we
Also,
know
do you want to be bound by this creepy book to that guy? I don't. I've been tied to too many people in my life.
You have?
and tied up.
I'm a slave or ex-slave.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be tied to him. You'd be tied to the book. We're all tied to the book.
Right.
Yeah, that's fucked up. You're a slave again.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Like, it
I
doesn't
didn't
matter.
think about that. Sorry.
So I don't really like the idea of, hey, let's find I'm assuming a very powerful guy in the city to bind him to us with this all-knowing, destructive book of the dead.
Right, but then he'll understand that we need to protect the book, and he can't do it on his own. We will
Right.
be the ones to protect it.
He will just try to kill us.
We don't
What
know
would
that.
stop him?
Why would he
Why
try to kill
wouldn't he?
us?
But then
We don't
that-
know what he's trying to get at with this book. That's what I'm saying. His motivation, we don't understand.
So we need to have a
What if this
conversation
isn't
with
even
him.
for
Well, we
him?
just kill
What
him
if this
back.
is for someone else?
Yeah, we'll kill him back.
Kill
We'll
him
haunt him.
back?
Yeah, we'll be ghosts. We'll haunt him.
I'll hunt
I
the
like-
shit out of him.
Yeah.
I don't like that the alternative to this plan of yours is us haunting him as ghosts.
That's not my
It's not a
alternative.
very
I'm
good
saying
plan.
Because okay,
I'm saying
so
we-
what happens if we open the book, he binds to it, and he says, "Okay, I'm going to kill all of you." What if we find out this information a few seconds later? I'll go to it. You guys don't even have to be there. I'll go find some random person real quick. It'll be 5 minutes. They bind to it, I murder them. They don't, we know, and we can go and have this discovery in front of a man that is very well connected, and I'm assuming a bit stronger than us, at least at this moment, after what we just went through.
Do you have to choose some innocent child, though? Can't you pick, like,
I'll pick an older
Some-
person. I don't care. Whatever
Sounds
makes you feel
awful.
better about yourself. Give me 10 minutes. I'll be right back. Are they letting me go with the book? Because Arlo's going to stand up and grab the book, the bag with the book in it.
I don't get to decide what they do.
I
Are you
guess.
guys really going to let him do this?
What am I supposed to do? I don't care. Again, as long as I get paid, it makes no difference to me.
Okay. Arlo, who do you find?
Arlo's gonna look for.
Wait, Arlo.
Yeah.
Arlo.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna walk up to him. Could you wait until like someone does a crime or something?
Yeah, see, get a bad guy.
We're bad guys.
I mean, I'm far away.
They're all
Get a bad guy.
That's what I mean.
everyone's
No,
bad.
but
Yeah.
Literally-
the kind we
That's
compete
literally
with.
that guy down the street.
Yeah, hold
could
on.
just-
I know.
I could-
I'm saying it. Yeah,
the
just
kind
just
we
wait.
compete with.
Oh yeah, make it a rival gang member.
Right then, a person walks by, and you can see her, and she's kind of like at a distance, and she's just staring at all of you. And then she looks over at a sign, and she looks back at you, and the sign says like "No loitering." And you see her.
Oh, I'm getting that chick. Fuck that
And-
Oh,
Karen.
get her. Oh, is she jaywalking? Oh, get her.
That's legal now. That's legal.
she's
now.
a
She sees that you. No. She sees that you guys are loitering.
Yeah, I know. She's a
Because you're
Karen.
all standing here arguing. She's
She's a Karen.
Oh,
And you can see her, and she starts looking around for a blue coat.
Oh,
okay.
I go to wave her down. Excuse me, miss.
I don't have any money.
That's not. I really don't care if you do. I can't read, and my father left me this book, and I do not know what it says. Do you mind just taking a quick look at it?
She looks over at the sign and it says "No reading and no loitering and reading."
But you're reading the sign.
And
You've
then
already
she's like,
broken
well,
the
then-
rule.
And then she just goes, "Well, then shit. I guess we're all in this together."
How does she?
You open the book and show it to her.
Yeah, I pull it out of the bag and unwrap it from the cloth, and
She immediately realizes how valuable this item probably is.
yeah, that might have been a mistake. I might have to kill this chick anyway. Okay, shit. Wait.
Oh boy.
Okay, well, you know what? She
Yeah,
was gonna.
her eyes
Not so
light
cocky
up.
now, are you?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
she's gonna die either way now. All right, well, there we go. I see that like criminal light in her eyes, and I kind of like, and I open up, or I just because I was just like, I go to like kind of hand it to her and see, like, does she reach out for it or like go to touch it?
I mean, as soon as you're trying to hand her something that looks very expensive, you are also a very dangerous looking person, but you don't know anything about this woman.
Yeah.
And so she begins to reach out to touch the book.
I do keep like a firm grip on it still, but I let her
Mhm.
touch the book because we only
Okay.
touched it. We didn't even open it up, right?
Well, when you touched it, then you opened it.
Yeah.
As soon as she touches it, her eyes gloss over and she starts trying to open the book.
I keep it in my hands and I kind of open the book, but I don't look at it. I kind of like point the book at her, like I don't want to see any of
Like
the
a
words.
claymore of knowledge.
Yeah.
This side towards enemy.
Yeah.
You open this book to her and it seems to happen in a flash, and all of a sudden she's just staring at you, and now she's weeping blood.
Okay. I slit her throat. Oh wait, no shit. No wait. Fuck, I forgot the blue coats. Fuck. Or the
She didn't
spirit-
call any blue coats yet.
No, the
but,
spirit people. I forgot about that portion of it.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what? I can make it look like a random mugging. Okay, there we go. This is gonna
Are
get
you
a little.
eating something?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, what are you munching
Yeah,
on?
because you're like you're like really
Yeah.
snacky over
Hey.
there.
Sorry. Let me do that again.
we haven't finished. You don't get snacks
Gonna-
yet.
Yeah,
I'm
hey,
hungry. Sorry.
Gonna be
Everybody
great audio,
stop
huh?
getting snacks
You guys were talking
while
about
you're
somebody's
doing
snack.
while you're doing heavy RP.
Okay, I'll say.
Yeah,
that.
he's like blue coat.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Shut up. I'm sorry.
so I'm going to go ahead and roll something real quick. This is just a random luck roll.
Okay.
I'm using,
And you're gonna roll good, right?
Arlo's character. So this was a question of whether or not she, how well she handled being exposed to this knowledge, and she rolled a 2. So what I'm going to say is that after her eyes went bloodshot red, she failed her resistance to this, and so now she is appears to have suffered some type of effect from this. And then she looks at you and she just goes, they're coming. They're coming. They're coming. They're coming. They're coming. Everyone, they're coming. They're coming. They're coming. They're coming.
I put my hand over her mouth and I just go,
and she's just blood is just pouring out of her eyes as she's screaming, but you have her mouth covered.
I snap her neck.
Okay. That makes her quiet.
Yeah. And she drops to the ground. I kind of look around to see if there's anyone like looking at this moment.
Maybe we should check that first.
Somewhere in the distance, there is one window you see where the shutters just go.
Yeah, they're used to that. We live in Dustfall.
Pretty much, yeah. That's what you do when that happens.
A common
You just
occurrence,
go,
I'm sure.
I wasn't here.
I didn't see nothing.
I pull her. I pull her body. I close the book and I wrap it up again and I bag it up into the backpack. And,
Can I just tell you how proud I am of the term Claymore of Knowledge?
That was very good.
That was good. That was a good one.
Good.
And I like push her body like up to a wall, like one to like the side of a building a little bit. And I this is gonna sound really fucked up. I make it look like she was mugged. So I kind of like just like rip a few pieces of her clothing or something like that, and then like like rifle through her pockets and like pull stuff out. I don't take anything.
Yeah, she has like loose change.
Yeah,
you know,
I just kind of scatter it on the ground, and then
okay.
I take the bag and I start kind of just walking back to the party. And I get back over there. I'm like, well, they will get bound to the book.
Okay. I mean, yeah, isn't that what we thought?
Well, what happened?
Yeah. So I showed some lady, I opened the book at her. She went to go try to grab it. And once she like had her hand firmly on it, I could see her eyes kind of gloss over and she was like attempting to open the book. And then I kind of just like pointed it at her. And then, she did like the eye bleeding thing. And kind of went a little crazy, just kept saying, they are coming, they're coming, and then, it got really loud. So I kind of had to cover her mouth. And when I covered her mouth, my hand kind of slipped and I might have broken her neck a little bit.
Okay.
But just a little.
So what did that accomplish? I'm not.
Well, now we know that he will get bound if we show him the book. I don't see why that's a crazy thing to experiment on, but okay.
Well, okay. He's kind of a weird guy, so I just wonder if maybe he has like some sort of other powers that maybe don't make him go insane and make him actually become a wielder of this terrible power. But whatever, fine. I guess we'll go talk to him and try.
I just wanted to make sure if we showed him the book, if he got bound to it or not.
I think you just wanted to murder someone.
Well,
that I also am kind of not sure on. I think you really went for that.
Well, I'm not going to show this book to somebody and just be like, all right, well, good luck and walk off. They're not kind of honestly, even if they lived and nothing happened, I probably would have still killed them just so they didn't
That's
know.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't going to tell you guys that because you're all ethic or morality.
Not murderers?
Are we?
Apparently, killing some random person to make sure we potentially make 12 coin is too much for you guys or something.
Well, I just think it was unnecessary, but can we go talk to this guy now or what?
Yeah, no, I'm good now. My curiosity.
Did you get it out of your system?
Yeah, well, I did have that rage essence.
I'm feeling better now.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
I think what happened was the trans powder has less of a half-life than the rage essence does. So
No, I feel great.
You promised you wouldn't murder when you were on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, rage essence is a hell of a drug. All right, so you guys go back to Styx?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys make your way back to Miss Shore Park. And you see Styx is still sitting on the bench looking out in the distance. He's reading a small book, trying to blend in as though he's supposed to be there. It's much quote unquote later in the day now, although, one would say it's, far past midday. The sun would be setting if there was a sun. And he sees you guys appear. Ah, you returned. So, what do you have to show me?
Yeah, we got here. Here we are. We did it. Hey, we did it. We got the book.
Very good. Very,
Do you know what
very
this-
good.
Do you know what the book is by any chance? Do you know what this is?
He cocks his head and looks at you sideways a little bit and then says, "Do you know what it is?"
I asked first. Do you know what it is? Okay, on the count of 3, we say what it is at the same time.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Oh, hold on. You
Right.
say it real slow though, so I'm gonna go your speed.
All right.
Okay, ready? I'm gonna do it stick style. Ready?
Okay. 1,
1, 2,
1, 2,
3.
3.
The
It's so-
Necronomicon book.
Old book.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Very good.
Yeah, very good.
That wasn't great.
So what you know its name?
Yes.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
May I see it, please?
Oh, with pleasure, my friend. And I walk up over to him and bingo, bango.
So you grab the book and you
Flash him.
open it up
Flash
and
him
flash
with
it at him.
I do.
All 4 of his eyes open. He has a habit of only having 2 open when he's normally talking. All 4 open all at once and proceed to go kind of, gray, whited out, sort of, as I described before. And a few moments goes by, and all 4 of his eyes start weeping blood. And as you put the book down and close it and look at him, he says, "Oh."
And I'm done.
Oh, hey, Bob.
Why are you having a nice pack?
Can you? Okay, wipe your face. You have toothpaste on your. No, with the.
Yes.
Okay, now go wipe your arms.
Yes.
You have toothpaste all over your arms. Not with your. With a
This
towel.
This is going to be a great end of the episode clip, too.
It's always just our kid being a silly goose.
Mm-hmm.
God, such a goose. Okay, but yes, you can have some iPad time.
Why did you?
He'll just come out just fully covered in toothpaste, just like
Because my
all
neck
over. I'm
hurts.
like, you know that's there. You
Because
can
I hurt my
feel
neck.
it.
You know that. Okay, sorry, Ben.